So today I'm going to show you some fun things that you can do just with some things that you can get at your local craft store. Alright, so I'm going to start by just taking a small piece of our ribbon. Now, when I first tried to do this technique, I used my scissors and I cut, or I used my hole punch to cut out the shape. Let me show you what actually happens. So when I cut it, it really just kind of wrinkles and it doesn't actually give you a really good punch out, so that I would actually have to kind of pull that design out. So that wasn't working. So what I found out is that if you take a little bit of double-sided tape, so I'm just going to cut a couple of little pieces here and stick that onto just a plain sheet of paper. I'm going to stick that right on there. If you take your foil and attach that to the paper, kind of pull it nice and tight so that it's not loose on there. This way it gives the foil a little bit more kind of a grip so that it's holding on to the paper, so you actually will get a more clean cut on there. So if you're using your hole punches, just slide your punch on and then you can get a really good clean cut, and then you've got that little design to go onto your nail. So you can take this, and this is something that's going to save you time in the salon. So if you take your hole punch when you've got some downtime, just go through, cut a whole bunch of them, and then you can take those. I'm going to dump those out. And I like to use our tweezer, and then you can just save those into a mixing jar. So that way you have them all ready to go when your client comes in, so that you don't have to spend the time doing this when your client is actually sitting in your chair. Okay, so I'm gonna again take a little bit of that double-sided tape and stick that to my paper. And then we'll take our Mylar ribbon, secure that onto the paper. And then we'll take our scissors and we will cut into our Mylar ribbon, and you can cut just kind of small strands into it, however you like. And then again, you can take your manicure scissors and just clip those pieces. Okay, once we have our design cut, I'm going to take my nails, and again, these are already polished with 2 coats of our ManiQ color. Now the ManiQ color has that tacky surface on it. That's what our Mylar is going to adhere to. Okay, so just pick whatever shape and design you want to do. I think I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, and then I'm going to take one side, I'm going to place that on the edge of the nail. Just kind of work that into the tacky surface, and then I'm going to trim off that edge. Now when I trim, I actually trim just slightly shorter than what the shape of the nail is. That way when you put your top coat on, it's going to completely seal that edge. We'll come back in with our hearts, and again I'm just going to lay those down onto the nail. So wherever you like your design, okay, we'll move those right into place however you like them. Okay, now that our design is down onto the nail, I'm going to come back with my base coat. I like to use the base coat because it has a little bit more thickness than the top coat, so this is going to really help to seal in our design. I'm going to come back with our ManiQ Top Coat, and this is what we're going to use to seal the design. This is going to give us a really nice high shine. Okay, so this one is going to go into the light for a 60-second full cure. I'm just going to take a little bit of our ManiQ Cleanse to clean off that tacky surface. And at this point, your surface should be nice and smooth. You shouldn't have any edges poking up. I do notice that on this one, I have a couple of little stray edges right underneath there. I'm just going to take just a quick file buffer just to smooth those out to make sure that there's no catches. Okay, now because we did use that base coat layer, this is still going to be sealed in, so you don't have to worry about anything lifting or separating or peeling. So we've got our 2 designs with our hole punches and our Mylar ribbons. So hopefully you guys will enjoy using the scissors and the hole punches, and hopefully this technique will help you not struggle with cutting out your designs.